How's it going, Green Thumbs? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Well, the temperature is in the low 40s, so that has got me thinking about my water gardens this year. And I got a little bit of a crazy idea going on in my head, but not too crazy. It does involve a piece of acrylic or plexiglass and also a 330-gallon IBC tote. So let's turn this crazy idea into reality. All right, so here we got our 330-gallon IBC tote. As you can see here, I have it drawn up. So that is going to be our window. And on top here, I kind of have it traced out what I think I'm going to cut for my lid. Got a little pre-built-in hinge here, so this will lift up and come down. So our first step is we need to take this IBC tote out of this metal crate so I can cut my holes and put my window in and what have you. So I need to loosen up these torque bolts right here. Alright, so we can't allow this thing to win. I got a vice grip on here. Hopefully that stops it from turning. Yup, that helps. Alright, let's take the other ones off. So here's my window. This is actually just a piece of scrap from some of the jigs that I made for some of our fabric pots. This is just a piece that's left over, so I figured, hey, I might as well use it. So I got every inch marked. So at every inch, there's going to be a bolt. So I need to take this piece of plexiglass to the drill press and drill out 70 holes. All right, I got my pocket drill press plugged in, ready to go. I got my window here. These are the bolts I'm going to be using. I already had these just laying around, so might as well use them up. They are a little extra long, but hey, that is okay. So you get to stick with me a little bit, but I promise this is going to work. This is going to come through here. It's a 1/4 inch plexiglass. So I need 3/8 for the square part of this bolt, and then I need 5/16 for the threaded part. So I'm going to go through and do all 5/16. You'll see why, and then we'll have to come back, and then I'm going to have to drill it out 3/8. Alright, so we're almost finished with the window. I just want to go over a couple quick tips for you to help you out in case you want to do anything like this, or really any project for that matter. So I am using a wooden drill bit. You can see the tip there. Doing this for a few reasons. One, because I know this is sharp. Being in plastic, you're going to want a sharp drill bit, otherwise you're just going to be fighting an uphill battle. And the second reason is, because of this tip, it acts like a pre-drill, so that way your drill bit ain't walking all over before you actually get it plunged in. So this way I know it's not going to walk on me, it's going to go straight in. And then the other tip I just have for you is just to peck it. And really what all that means, whether you're using a drill press or say you're using this inside of a cordless drill, you just want to drill down just a little bit, like a 1/16, raise up. 1/16 more, raise up. So you're just pecking the material out of there. And what that helps do is it helps break up the chips, so your chips don't get wound up around your drill bit, especially in this plexiglass. Especially in this plexiglass, it does heat up and it does melt. So if you just try to plunge this all the way through, either one, you're going to crack your acrylic or your plastic, or it's going to melt around this drill bit, and then you're going to be trying to push a melted drill bit or melted plastic around the drill bit through your material, and it's just not going to work out for you. And the last tip I got for you is this drill like halfway through, flip your piece over and finish drilling it through from the other side. That way you just don't have any breakout on one side, you're drilling through halfway, and then you're finishing from the other side. Alright, so we got all the 5/16 holes, so this is far enough on this window to get to the next point. Like I said, I got the window drawn out on my tote. So here I just need to match up my blue line here with my black line here. So then this is where I gotta drill all my holes through the actual plastic of the IBC tote. Before I do that though, I need some sort of access point so I can reach my hand up in there so I can be able to put a bolt in there. So that works pretty good. Before I go too far, actually I do want to add some radiuses here. Pretty much want to add radiuses to all my corners. And the only thing that's going to do is if I have a square corner here, this tote could have a possibility where it just wants to tear in a straight line. If at least if I have a radius here, it would be harder for this IBC tote to tear. So let me go grab something and we can trace that up. Alright, so our doorway is off. I'm going to set that aside. I will have to deburr that up. We can do that later. And then hopefully I can fit in there because I need to get inside of there. Oh yeah, this will work out nice. Be able to reach in here, put my bolts in. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so we got that all lined up. Now what we want to do is we want to drill a hole in the middle, wherever our middle hole is roughly. We want to drill a 5/16 through. We're also going to do that to the on the bottom side, and then we'll work our way out, and that will make a little bit more sense in a little bit. All right, so we got our one hole made. So make sure we remove our plastic chips. You don't want that stuck in between there. That's going to cause you some issues. Alright, we're just going to put this one down and then I can drill my one hole down there in the middle and then we'll come back. So now we can take this one off and we're actually going to put this plexiglass on the inside. That is where it's going to be anyways. So we'll do that and I'll come back. Alright, so we're on the inside. I got the plexiglass on the inside. Got my one bolt there, one bolt there. I got my washers and nuts on the back side tightened up. So this plexiglass is tight against my IBC tote. So now we can just go through, and I don't know about every other, but maybe every 2 or 3, I can drill a hole, put a bolt in there to tighten it down, and then go through and drill them all out. So that is the next process. Alright, so I got enough bolts in here where this plexiglass is now flat or flush with my IBC tote. So now I can go ahead and drill all the rest of these. Alright, so we have them all drilled. Now we can take this plexiglass off. I'm going to have to deburr all these holes, along with all the holes on the IBC tote. And actually all the holes in this acrylic now can get drilled out to 3/8 diameter. Because as you can see, the carriage bolts, maybe you can't, there you go. The carriage bolts sit out, I don't know, 1/8 inch or so. But once I drill them to 3/8 diameter, these carriage bolts will sit flush with the plexiglass. So hopefully this project is making a little bit more sense by now. So we got our viewing window here. Be able to view the fish. So I just have to deburr all the holes up, all the surfaces up. I'm going to have to deburr all this up before I deburr all these holes up. I do have to drill all these holes to a 3/8 diameter. These are staying at 5/16. So let's get to it. So one of the things I learned from last season from those 250-gallon stock tanks, like the amber color, is that I want to be able to wrap this year. I want to wrap it to block as much sunlight as I can. In order to do that, I took this tarp from my old man. It is in kind of some rough shape, but I'm hoping once I unroll this, I can at least have a big enough section that's still good, where I can wrap this. I will have to cut out for the window, so let's get started. So pretty much now we just have to wrap a Christmas present. I'm going to flip this tote over so the window is down, so that way all my folds and stuff will be on the back side. So if you made it this far, as you can see, I got it all cleaned out. So we are pretty much all prepped up, ready to go. The final thing we have to do is we have to put the window in, and then we got to test to make sure that it's going to hold some water. Until next time, peace.